Hi, good Monday morning. I'm running late this week, so instead of doing this on Sunday, I'm doing it early before work on Monday. First of all, I hope everyone had a great weekend. I know I did. Indiana University won the Big Ten football championship, first time since 1967, which was a shared title. Before that, the last time Indiana University won the outright Big Ten title, and I did it again, I actually opened up something that made noise. So I'll turn that speaker off so it doesn't disturb you. But the last time Indiana University won the outright Big Ten championship, 1945. So 80 years of football frustration. And I'm a fan. I love IU. I root for IU regardless. I have rooted through a few 0-11 seasons, I think two in my lifetime, and a number of 1-10, I think one, and 2-9. I believe we had a couple, 3-8, multiple, like 5 or 6. In my lifetime, they're just not, just not a not a successful rooting experience. But I was thinking about it. For me, my sports love is, well, first of all, I love college sports. And so I have been fortunate enough in 1976, I went to a number of games in person of Indiana University's Hoosier basketball team. I watched that team go 32-0. I watched every single one of those games, including the national championship game and the other games that year. 32-0, last undefeated national champion in NCAA men's basketball. So there have been several in women's basketball. UConn, I believe, has 3 or 4 undefeated national champions since IU did it on the men's side. But the point being, that was my first exposure to just absolute joyous reality, right? 1985, IU won again in 81 and 87 under Coach Bob Knight. The third time was 87. 1985, my Bears won the Super Bowl. That was amazing. And then in the 2007, 8, 9, 10 period, the Chicago Blackhawks won, and of course in the mid to late 90s, my Bulls won. So I really by 2000 was kind of, I had been happily able to see my teams win titles in almost all the sports that I rooted for. IU football was one that hadn't. The Cubs were one that hadn't. So in 2017, the Cubs won. IU football, however, still had not won a championship. It was still that long road since 1945, 1967, the last time IU went to the Rose Bowl. So going into Saturday's game against Ohio State, I will tell you, as a long-time and long-suffering Indiana University football fan, I was a little scared. Ohio State, at that point, had beaten Indiana University for 30 consecutive years. 1988 was the last time Indiana University, with the phenomenal running back Anthony Thompson, beat Ohio State. 1988 was the last time IU beat Ohio State in Bloomington. This is the last time. So all of the 90s, all of the 2000s, all of the 2010s, and up until Saturday, all of the 2020s, IU had not beaten Ohio State. Ohio State is the class of the Big Ten in terms of football. Michigan's number 2. Ohio State's number 1. Except this year, Indiana's number 1. Because IU won 13-10 over Ohio State on Saturday, clinching the Big Ten title. The first title won by Indiana football in my lifetime. They've won bowl games, but that was a title. They won the Big Ten championship. They are the champions of the Big Ten. No matter what happens in the playoffs, and I truly hope this team has more. I do believe this team might have more, but I don't care because for me, they won the Big Ten championship. That's a championship in my lifetime. I am ecstatic. I've now completed the triumphant. I've watched the IU soccer team win championship after championship. I've seen sports that I adore and love and enjoy. I've seen them all win. the Blackhawks, the Bears, the Cubs, the Bulls, the Boston Celtics, my second favorite basketball team, the New York Yankees, my second favorite baseball team. I watch all of those teams win championships, and now I've seen my IU football Hoosiers win a championship. That's what's on Scott's mind this week, December 8th, 2020.